students, welcome to Sprintex ICSE, and today we are going to do a very beautiful poem, 9 gold medals. This is Sweta, your English master teacher at Vedantu. So let's begin. I have already uploaded the video lectures on this particular poem. So I hope you have already visited that, and if you haven't, guys, please watch the Umang series related to this particular poem, so that you get a thorough knowledge and thorough and deep understanding of the poem. And today we will be dealing with the important question and answers from this poem. So let's begin, guys. We will be dealing with the 3 marks and the 4 marks answers as it appears in your paper. So let's begin with the schedule first. We have already completed till the Patriot, and we will be completing the Sprint Tech series on 27th of Feb. And this is the schedule for physics, math, which is going to both of them are going to continue till 26th. SST and SST chemistry and bio is going to continue till 27th along with English. Okay, so before beginning, guys, please do like, share, and subscribe the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So I would be beginning with a beautiful quote relevant to this particular poem that we are going to deal. That is, good players inspire themselves. Great players inspire others. So in this very poem, that is exactly we find. Okay. So great players, we do find great players in this poem who are inspiring the others, right? So let us begin, guys. You can use this quote in your answers as well. So that is why I begin with a quote relevant to the topic that we discussed, because definitely that will be helping you out to answer the questions and use the quote suitably and as and when required. All right, guys. So thank you so much for your appreciation. Durga Dev Harshita has given the answer as well. For the bangle sellers, thank you so much for your wonderful answer. Naman, thank you so much, Naman. And even I am super duper excited to actually meet you all. Okay, and I'm also super excited for the Sprint Tech sessions, and I'm sure this is going to be very, very helpful and helping you to approach the answers, right? So let's welcome, guys. Let's welcome all of you to the Sprintex session. And this is the homework question. This is a model answer which we have prepared for all of you guys. You can definitely go through this answer, or in case you haven't been able to prepare or frame your answers, you can take points from here and frame beautifully. Okay, so let's begin with the very first stanza of this poem. Okay, the athletes had come from all over the country to run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. Many weeks and months of training, all coming down to these games. So that definitely talks about the importance of this, of the game, of the Olympics, right? So the athletes from all over the country have come with a dream to dream of what? Dream of gaining, I mean, dream of bagging the gold or the silver, or at least the bronze, right? So they have all been focused on winning. Okay, so winning the gold, the silver and bronze, and they had been undergoing rigorous training for months and for weeks, right? So let us have a look at the question that is associated with this particular stanza. What does this stanza tell you about the nature and level of the sports event referred to here? So very well we can understand the importance. So let us, I've already discussed the importance of the sports from the very very beginning of the poem, that has been stated to us very emphatically. So yes, the first line states that the athletes have come from all over the country. Okay, and we are informed that they have come to participate in a sports event where the best performers will receive awards that are usually given away at world's premier sports competitions such as Olympic Games and Paralympics, right? So this was a special Olympic Games, we all come to know at the end of the poem, right? Then the next line tells us that the participating athletes have undergone long and consistent training. As I told you, rigorous training or rigorous practice. So definitely they are focused on bagging some medal or the other, right? So thus this again suggests that the sports event referred to here is a high level multi sport event, right? So that is, this is very very important, guys. Next is, okay, let's move ahead with the next stanza. The spectators gathered around the old field to cheer on all the young women and men. The final event of the day was approaching. Excitement grew high to begin. So that was the excitement. Spectators had gathered around the old field. Everybody was cheering. You have seen matches, you have seen cricket match, you've seen football match, right? So how the spectators, especially cricket is very popular, right? So IPL and all. So you've seen already how the spectators gather around and they cheer. Okay, there are fans, right? All over the world. So similarly, here also the spectators had gathered all around the field to cheer the participants. So let us see now. The final event of the day was approaching, and there was, excitement. There was so much excitement to the heights. So let us see what is the question associated with this. What does this poet's reference to the spectators who have gathered to watch the event imply? Okay. So why has the poet used, has shown these spectators who have gathered? So definitely it is implying what? They were cheerful, they were encouraging, okay, they were passionate and curious. So why do spectators gather around cricket stadiums? Because they are very passionate about the game, right? Only and only the passionate people do go and watch. Okay, so they were definitely passionate and curious to see their favorite contestant. You also ask me, ma'am, which team do you support, right? So that means you are all supporting a particular a contestant or maybe a particular team. So here they were definitely supporting their particular their favorite contestant touching the finishing line, and they were curious to know, right? So that was definitely there, and they had been simply referred to as young men and women. This suggests at least the visible majority of them are young. Okay, and it also suggests that the 100-meter race, which we are talking about here, is very popular among youngsters in general. So that is exactly the reason why so many spectators had gathered around, and they were so enthusiastic, they were so encouraging and so cheerful, right? Okay. So next question, next stanza is: the signal was given, the pistol exploded, and so did the runners, all charging ahead. But the smallest among them, he stumbled and staggered and fell to the asphalt instead. Now here, this is very very important. From here actually begins your important question. Okay, very important question. So how did the shortest of the athletes react to what happened to him later? Okay, so the shortest of the athlete who was participating in the race, he fell down. Okay, just when the pistol exploded and the participants were supposed to start or begin the race, initiate the race, he stumbled and fell down. He knows that all the chances of success have been ruined or spoiled due to his sudden fall. Okay, so remember in the very beginning of the poem, we have already known how rigorously they had practiced for the final game, how they had this dream in their eyes to win some medal or the other, right? But now, with his stumbling, all his dreams that he had, with which he had come to this Olympic Games, had been shattered completely, right? If he would have been lost the game, that is a different matter, but he stumbled and fell down. So that is why that is very 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 shattering for him. That is very devastating for him. This would amount to his to end of his long cherished and the effort he had made to realize, and the effort he has made to realize it. Okay, so his long cherished dream of winning the battle was completely shattered when he fell down. Thinking of all this, he is unable to restrain himself and gives out a huge cry. His crying indicated his deep frustration and sense of failure. So he thought that he is not going to win anymore, and his dreams had been shattered, and that is why he was frustrated. Okay, So he could not restrain himself at that moment, and he gave out a huge cry, a deep cry. So he was kind of heartbroken, you can say devastated, or uh, heartbroken, devastated, or yeah, that's all. Okay, so that is it. Moving ahead, let us see. He gave out a cry in frustration and anguish. Okay, he was shattered. You can also use the word shattered. He was shattered completely. His dreams and efforts all dashed in the dirt. But as sure as I'm standing here telling the story, the same goes for what next occurred. The 8 other runners pulled up on their heels, the ones who had trained for so long to compete. Very important. One by one, they all turned around and went back to help him and brought the young boy to his feet. Remember the quote with which we began the poem. Good players inspire themselves, great players inspire the others. That is exactly what is happening over here. Let us see the question related to this stanza. The same goes for what next occurred. What does this line mean? Very important. Usually, the fall of an athlete during a race means disqualification. Definitely, he is disqualified, right? So, this implies that he's out of the race and there is no possibility for him to join it again. At the same time, it also means that the race will continue for other participants. Here, the poet says that the situation is not going to be so easily predictable. In fact, these lines suggest that something unusual, unconventional is going to follow, though the poet avoids giving any more description. Okay, so he is saying here, see, but sure as I'm standing here and telling the story, the same goes for what next occurred. That means something which is now going to occur for is as certain as I am telling you the story. Okay, standing here. So the certainty of my standing here and telling you the story, and the certainty of what is going to happen next is same. That means both are certain. Now, what is going to happen next is definitely, no disqualification. Okay. Moreover, moreover, the other participants who were supposed to continue the race, what did they do? They turned around and helped the young boy to stand on their feet. So this is something which is unconventional, which was unpredictable, and which was really, really, really heart touching, right? So let's move ahead with the next question from this particular stanza. How does the reaction of the 8 athletes imply the spirit of sportsmanship? Very, very, very important question. The spirit of sportsmanship. Now, here you can also use the quote with which I began the story. Sorry, the poem. Okay, that great players inspire others, right? So that is what is sportsmanship spirit. Okay, motivates a sportsman to play a game without being insensitive to basic human values. That is exactly what is sportsmanship spirit. The basic human values while playing a sport, we should in the you know we should not be so overwhelmed by the spirit of competition that we are insensitive to the basic human values. We should not forget the basic human values, right? So definitely there is competitiveness, there is competition, but the human values, the sensitivity, the you know this one sensitivity and empathy, we should not forget these human values, right? It basically means that through sports, person participating in the same event compete for success and glory with the same anxiety, with the same intensity. They must not treat the other as their enemies. And when I was explaining you the poem, I told you that before starting of the game, any game any game, when you start off any game, before starting, the players shake hands. That is what is, that is something which should come from heart. That is what is true sportsmanship spirit. That is, you are just competitors in the game, but you're not enemies. Okay, so do not be insensitive to the opposite, to your component. Okay, so that is very, very important. Here, the athletes have shown a high degree of sportsmanship spirit by sacrificing. So, here something unconventional is happening, right? Which we have never seen before. So, they are sacrificing their own dream to help the other athlete who was competing with them as a rival. Okay, so although he was rival for this particular competition, but he was not a rival from the point of view of humanity, right? So that is something which we should not forget. So we should not give up our humanity, our basic human values, in the name of sports. That is something which we should learn from this poem as well. I hope you are enjoying the session, guys. So if you want to join us further and gain 100% knowledge and 100% marks, you can avail unlimited live classes with fun and high level quizzes. Okay, and you can compete with the students throughout the world. Interactive replays with live quizzes and leaderboards. That is what you can avail. Your replays are also not going to be boring. It's going to be live, and you have the leaderboard at the end as well, even for your replays. And you can download the content with handwritten notes of the master teachers. In class doubt solving, so you have doubt solving. So doubts are a major issues with the students. Most of your doubts are not solved, or you do not have any reliable source to take care of your doubts. So that is what we have taken care of in our platform, with the help of the class teachers who will be present there with you, okay, throughout the session. And based on the number of the strength of the class teachers will be assigned, and we will take care of all your doubts together, right? So your doubts are no more going to stay with you. They are going to be solved in the class live instantaneously. So that is something which is super amazing. Along with that, you have assignment at the end of each class. So how important is that for you to solve? If you solve the assignment and you will be able to understand that you have understood the concept being taught in the class. You thought with that. And quality tests, definitely we do take tests. We give you the performance report of that test, so that is going to be very, very helpful for all of you, because you understand where to improve. You understand your shortcomings, you understand your strengths. Very, very important for you. Where you stand, that is something which you will understand. Along with that, you have 5,000 plus micro courses and crash courses for competitive exams, that too in less price. So you just need to visit the link in the description box and pin comment. Use the coupon code SWREPRO. And yes, we are with you. We are still with you guys till the end. So we do care for you. And right now we are having 50% discount. Yes, 50% discount we have. And that is something which you should not miss. We had this till 14th of Feb, but this has been extended, but we are not very certain till when is this going to continue. So please guys, do not miss this wonderful opportunity. All right, so this is something for you. So do avail this opportunity, guys. Don't miss out. We are with you till the end. So 50% discount is going to give you this the course only at 3.3, which is super duper amazing. Okay, so if you use the coupon code SWREPRO, you are just going to avail the 1 month subscription at 1349. I don't think there is any course which is even which is so very inexpensive, right? So please do have a look at this. 3.3 per class, guys. That is something which is super, super, super amazing. And this is being done only for you, taking care of your needs. Okay, so guys, hurry up before this offer ends. Okay, do avail the opportunity. And because you have unlimited live classes, and the difference between YouTube sessions and the long term sessions, I mean the platform sessions, are that we have unlimited live classes. Here the live classes are limited, and we have quiz questions in all these sessions. There is no session without quiz question. Okay, so that is going to give you a very deep understanding of the chapter, that too in a fun way. Okay, even the replays, I have already explained that part, right? So please do avail this, guys. And now with that, we will be resuming the session. Okay. So then all the 9 runners joined hands and continued the 100-yard dash, now reduced to a walk. And a banner above that said Special Olympics. Could not have been more on the mark. So they actually proved the Olympics to be special in the true sense of the term. Okay, now the question is, why did the 9 athletes join hands? Now, this joining hands is very, very important. Okay, it's the symbol of brotherhood, it's the symbol of sportsmanship spirit. Okay, what did their action of joining hands show? As I told you, why was the race reduced to a walk? There are 3 questions, and the question is for 3 marks, so you can distribute it 1 mark each, you know. So they joined hands to show that they were not competitors but companions who could not see each other in distress. So, empathy, sympathy, these are the values, basic human values that they have not forgotten. That is what they are showing. Okay. You can say basic human values. Okay, their action of joining hands showed the highest level of sportsmanship spirit. Okay, once all the contestants joined hands, the race had lost all its competitive significance. It became more, filled with sportsmanship spirit, filled with love, filled with enthusiasm, filled with, it became very heart touching, right? So the act of running for individual honor or glory had ceased. It became the glory for the entire, all the 9 athletes. Okay, so um, so it was reduced to a walk. It was reduced to a walk, and the because it was not, it was no more a race for honor or glory. Okay, it was a walk. It was a team walk. Okay, showing the showing the sportsmanship spirit more rather than the competitive nature and the rivalry. Okay, so that is something which is very, very important. And the last stanza, guys, that's how the race ended with 9 gold medals. They came to the finish line holding hands still, and a standing ovation and 9 beaming faces said more than these words ever will. Very beautiful. What is the theme of the poem and how is this conveyed? Very, very easy. The theme of the poem is definitely, now this is something, this is the umbrella answer. If you've understood this, you can understand and attempt any question that has been asked to you. Okay, so it's definitely sportsmanship spirit, okay, based on human values, humanitarian approach to sports. Very, very important is this line, humanitarian approach to sports, which we have forgotten nowadays, right? So this is kind of reminding us of that humanitarian approach, the sportsmanship spirit. Okay, it is, and that is also reminds us of Coubertin's sportsmanship spirit. है ना? So it is conveyed by the response of a 100-meter race contestants to the 9th contestant of the race who falls at the most critical moment. The 8 athletes immediately rush towards the fallen athlete and help him. Thereafter, they no longer remain rivals, competing for the top honor of the game. They are no longer competing for the glory. They are no longer competing for fame. They are no longer competing for medals. Okay, they are suggesting the precedence of the sportsmanship spirit over the competitive spirit. So there is no rivalry. Instead of rivalry, what do we find here? Friendship, bond, okay, and sportsmanship spirit, right? So that was all, guys. I hope you are now absolutely clear with this particular poem. We've completed the 3 and the 4 marks questions, and this is the homework question, guys, which I want all of you to comment in the comment section. How did the contestants feel when they crossed the finish line together? Which words in the extract indicate their mood? How did the spectators react? So there are three questions, guys. So we'll take it as no, two questions. So let's take it as a 3 mark. Three questions. Sorry, so 3 marks answer. Okay. So please do comment your answers in the homework in the comment section. And the next session is going to be on Chief Seattle's speech. Okay, so please be prepared. Have a look at the one-shot video, at the all the other video lectures that I have already uploaded in the channel. Okay, in both the channels, I think. So please go through both of them and then come for the Sprint X sessions. And guys, again reminding you of the 50% discount that we are facing, that we are offering right now. I don't know till when is this going to be. We've extended this already, so but we are not very certain of the last date. So please guys, hurry up and do avail the subscription before letting before it expires. Okay, so before you go, guys, do hit the like button, share the video amongst your friends, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much, guys. Take care and bye bye. See you all very soon in the next session. Thank you.